Today we are going to be discussing completing a redetermination form for a student. We are currently on the timelines page of a student. When reviewing the timelines page, we see that the student has the Start Annual Review and Start Redetermination links available at the bottom. In order to complete the redetermination form, I would select the Start Redetermination link. When I select this link, it takes me to a meeting notice. The meeting name is listed as Redetermination because that is the link I selected to begin the process. The meeting date defaults automatically to the date that the notice was created. Please remember to change the date of the meeting once all parties have agreed upon a date. The meeting purpose is automatically populated to say, Redetermination, consider the need for reevaluation. This purpose cannot be modified, but additional purposes can be added using the Modify Purpose link. For further details regarding completing the meeting notice, please watch the Meeting Notices video. If I select the Eligibility tab at the top of the page, I can see a blue button that says View Update next to the eligibility type Redetermination. I will select this button to begin working on my redetermination form. When the form opens, I am able to begin entering data into the Student Data section by selecting an area from the drop-down box and clicking the Add Data button. It is very important to remember that the redetermination form is the first step in the reevaluation process. This document should be completed in detail because it is used to update a student's eligibility information. Using statements like see goals and objectives or see psychological report are insufficient. If this document is sent to another school district or state, it should have enough detailed information in the student data section to support the decisions selected in Section 2. My student is currently eligible in two areas, autism and speech-language impairment. When I select my areas from the drop-down box, I am going to select areas that were required for him to become eligible for his current disability areas when he was last evaluated. First, I will select Psychological Evaluation Previously Completed and click Add Data. Information from the student's most recent psychological report should be entered regarding testing done previously. Details regarding current strengths and weaknesses should be entered as well to demonstrate any growth, stagnation, or regression in comparison to information in the previous psychological report. Once you've added your information to the psychological evaluation section, you can add data to the other student data sections. All student data sections are a great place to indicate progress monitoring data from goals and objectives. Additionally, information previously reported on progress reports can be added in these sections. The next sections that I will complete will be the areas of social emotional behavior and speech-language information. In these areas, I will add information regarding the student's current levels of performance, highlighting any growth, stagnation, or regression. I have completed the 3 student data sections related to his eligibility areas. In Go IEP, you are required to complete at least 3 areas in the student data section. For best practices, we recommend completing as many sections as possible in order to provide a detailed report of the student's current progress. Next, I will move to the recommendations section. In this section, there are 2 options. Go IEP will only allow users to pick one option or the other. Selecting option A indicates a need for additional assessment to determine continued eligibility status. To facilitate in the evaluation process, the IEP committee is then able to select areas of concern for the student. The selection of option B indicates that no additional data is needed to determine if the student continues to meet eligibility requirements for the eligibility areas listed. The only eligibility areas that will show up in this section are the areas the student is currently eligible for when the meeting was initiated. Below Section 2, additional options are available for optional assessments that are sometimes completed by school districts. By checking one of the options in this section, the committee is stating that these evaluations will be completed for specific purposes not related to continued eligibility for special education services. If none of the optional assessments are selected, these options will not appear on the printed document that is given to the parent. Now that all areas have been completed, I will save my redetermination. I have gotten my message that says the redetermination was successfully saved. Now I will audit my redetermination. My audit was successful, and now I am given the option to enter meeting notes. Meeting notes are optional. However, we recommend as a best practice that notes are taken when there is information that would be helpful in the future regarding special circumstances. Next, you select the team members that attended the meeting, and you select the forms that were provided to the parent. In this meeting, we will say that we provided the parent with parental rights and the redetermination form. Please note that if the final decision of the committee on the redetermination form was to do testing, the committee would go to the top of the page and print the consent to reevaluate form and ask the parent to sign it. This gives the committee consent to complete the evaluation. If the committee agreed to complete any of the optional assessments, the committee would print the consent for other assessment form and ask the parent to sign it. However, in this example, we said that the student remained eligible because we had adequate data to support continued eligibility. Therefore, we do not need a consent form. Below the forms provided to the parents, we would indicate the date that the forms were sent to the parent if the parent did not attend the meeting. However, our parent did attend the meeting, so we can select the Save Outcomes button. Once you get your green message that says meeting outcomes and forms provided to the parents were saved successfully, we can select the option that says Finalized Redetermination. When we select the Finalized Redetermination option, we get a pop-up box. Please read all messages that open when you're completing forms in Go IEP. This message says, any edits that need to be made by any team member must be completed prior to finalizing. A team member will not be able to edit once the redetermination is finalized. Are you sure you are ready to finalize? I am going to select Yes. Then I will select Save. I now have a message that says that my eligibility was finalized on 9/9/2014, and it has the case manager's name listed. If I return to the Eligibility tab, I will see that my redetermination is listed and shown as active. My eligibility date of 9/9/2014 is showing, and my lapse date of 9/9/2017 is showing. If I return to the Timelines page, I now see that I have 1,095 days before my next reevaluation is required, and my Start Redetermination link is listed, and the date of my most recent reevaluation is showing. This completes our discussion of completing a redetermination form.